Greetings and salutations to you people of the interwebs, and welcome to this week's edition of Transformer of the Week, where I'm going to be looking at this guy. This is Hot Soldiers HS-14 Commander Centurion, part of the Hot Soldiers Mech Planet type of deal. He's a Steel Hearts guy. So, steampunk. What the hell am I doing with that? Can't even see it. Steampunk. It's a thing. It's a popular thing. And then, so once upon a time ago, the IDW comics, they decided to have their own go at doing a kind of reimagining of Transformers if they were woke up on Earth and during the Steam era and took alt molds around that, based on that, rather than the standard 80s cars and stuff. That's just going to get annoying. So, they did this thing. They did this comic, and it was alright. It didn't set the world on fire, but, you know, it was really cool alt modes. If you want to check out more, I've noticed Chris McFeely has just dropped a Transformers The Basics on Hearts of Steel on the YouTube, so if you want to check that out, get some more information, more background on the comics and how that was its own bubble continuity, and then all of a sudden they decided to bring it into the main line of IDW. It was very confusing, and this guy was the centre of that crossover. Hearts of Steel have called him Centurion. He is Bumblebee, but he is also actually Centurion as well. Yes, check out Chris McFeely, Transformers The Basics, Hearts of Steel, for that. This guy, this little car, this little train, choo-choo little train that could. So yeah, let's just have a quick look at this box. Limited edition. It's weird this, isn't it? Because you see things like this on this box that I suppose in some places, but it's all written in English as well, that you could imagine advertising in a store with things like limited edition and all this type of stuff. Number one, the first, you know, is to compel people with their eyes to purchase this. But most of this third-party stuff, I just see images online and buy it. I don't even know what the box looks like until it actually arrives. You know, the box is one of the last things to actually get done after, you know, the actual figure itself. So yeah, that's hopefully what he's going to look like. Got some cross promotions here. Because we looked at this Goldfly book a couple of weeks ago. I've got to give a round of applause for the name, for the special collector's edition Spearhead. The name of Cliff Jumper is Fly Over Mountain. And then Hubcap is just Taxi! Limited edition. Everything's a limited edition if you make limited runs. Mech Planet Warriors. Hot Warriors. There's also a bit of a disconcerting bit here. A disclaimer. Paint damage is not a quality problem. All products and shows picture might be a little nuances in kind prevail. So he's saying if the paint's shit, that's not a quality problem. That's just, you know, it's just a little nuance. Right. The main event. Centurion. Hearts of Steel. Bumblebee. This cool little dinky train. Oh, that's adorable, isn't it? Absolutely just looks... It looks sweet. Like a sweet boy. No, we're not starting that again. It's got two chimneys, which is actually accurate to the Guido concept art, but I know it might look better if it was just one, but you know, let's be a pretentious vapor, shall we? See if we can. Special effects and everything this week. Boxes and dressing up. Quality, yeah. But this is not about me, this is about this guy. The paint is actually quite good. All this yellow paint's here, there's some golds in there, and then the top hatch. This silver paint, and they've got these more bronze bits here. Would have liked to see some paint up front here on the cowcatcher, but we've got some in the lights there. So he's very both a train, and it is also so many design cues of that VW bug, just the general curvature to it. It does have wheels, they roll, the piston things or arms or whatever you want to call those. I'm not a train guy. They don't move, which would have been cool if they would have gone choo-choo. Maybe not with the sound effects, but if they would have actually moved with the wheels, that would have been cool. But this is quite cheap. It's quite cheap. We'll get to that. I mean, the plastic quality doesn't feel the greatest. I do get a bit nervous handling it. I think there's potential for it to break if you don't handle it with kids' gloves. So I'm going to take this accessory out here, because he is a transformer. He does transform, even though, you know, there's not a lot going on under there. You can see his hands there. Hopefully, if they do any more, that could be like a coupling point, couldn't it? Where they put extra carriages on. That'd be cool. He is a transformer. He does transform. So let's get to this somehow. Right. I'm going to start off. We're going to unpeg these areas here. I'm going to move these out. Move these out. Move these down here. Now these will flip down like that, and that heel will flip round. Move out like that. That heel will flip round. Move these lights down like so, and then these wheel bits can boop, boop, fill in those places there. And now we've got a kind of train go walk mode, train walk mode, if you will. So we got that, cool. Or it could just be a cannon, couldn't it? Yeah, sorry, itchy nose. So now we've got this far. We have his hands. We will unpeg these from the back. And then we will get these bits here. Spread these out. These little bits here will flap down. Okay, where are we at? This will separate here. This will all, these bits here will eventually fold in. Let's see. So we basically come up here, and this will go like so. Now we'll move these arms like so. We're getting there. Let's have a look. Where are we at? Right. I think what we need to do is crossed a bit of a problem here. It's alright, not a problem. What we need to do is lift this lid up, which we should be able to get out the head. No. 1 second. Get out the head. There we go. Now then. Nope. We've still got these bits here clashing, because these should have folded down, but they've not. So we're going to need to kind of take a step back here. So fold this back up. So So one moment. So yeah, do you like steampunk stuff? Don't worry, that was not the toy snapping. So yeah, it's a big cultural thing, isn't it? Steampunk. There's so much of it going on. Most of it is just superfluous goggles and cogs and, you know, the oldie kind of Victorian era costume. So we're back on track. So these pun was intended there. Way. These arms move up like so into position. Move the head up like so. These bits then move back down. Turn the head round. Move the hands out. And there we have Centurion in his robot mode. So he's expanded quite a bit from his compact little train guy mode to become this fully fledged, the Commander, Centurion. Check out that little cute little Bumblebee head. So yeah, he's a lot of fun. He's a lot of fun. He's a fun figure. I'm a bit worried about the quality of plastic, but he was a cheap figure. I think if I would have paid, you know, the kind of standard price, this is really. Anyway, we're moving way ahead of ourselves here. The paint is awesome. The design, it's the Guido, you know, concept art all over again, and it's just so much. Everything of Bumblebee is there, but he's also got all this trainness to it. You know, the front of the vehicle has his toes, that round body, the joyous, kiddish face, the yellows, the nice. It's just, yeah, he's just the proportions. He's just so Bumblebee, but he's got all that train stuff working for him. So yeah, I really, really love it. You know, is how they've actually managed to get so bang onto that concept art is great. Articulation wise, the head is on a swivel. There is a bit of up here, a bit of up, but I'm not sure about it. I don't even know if I've just stressed the plastic there because it doesn't stick, and I keep pushing it, and I'm thinking, is that actually supposed to happen, or if I keep doing that, will his head snap off? But it's one of those playing with a scab things where you just can't stop doing it, you know. But yeah, it's got that. I love the bolts for his horns. It's just such an awesome detail. So he's got the head thing there. He's got a butterfly at the shoulder, and then there's a ball joint at the shoulder. There's a bicep swivel. There's an elbow bend, just about 90, and then the wrist does have a down should you so want to use it. He does have a waist swivel. He also has a bit of an ab crunch and can fold all the way back should you wish. Ball joints at the hips. There's a very tight thigh swivel. There's a knee bend, and then he's got a kind of whoop at the foot. There, the ankle. Ankle. Hello camera. Ankle moves there. Then he does have a mushroom peg at the heel and a ball joint at the toe. So he's got, you know, quite a lot of movement there at the foot to play around with. Yeah, the paint is awesome. Still would have liked to see some paint there, which is weird because we do have like a bronze paint there in his inner thigh or his inner knee, which isn't seen, you know. So in vehicle mode it's there and it's on the inside leg. On robot mode, but they've not painted the cowcatcher. Seems like an odd choice. So yeah, that's him really in a nutshell. Stop! It's hammer time. He does come... Sorry, I apologise for that. He does come with this hammer, which looks pretty nifty. They've waffled it at the back though, which is a shame because this is, you know, they've pretty much got away with, other than like the back of the arms there, of having very complete plastic parts that they actually just then skimped on the accessory, did that waffling. It's just a shame. But he's not a very expensive figure. So he holds that very well. This would be a 5mm thing, so lots of your other Transformers could be able to hold that hammer, should you wish, but that really does, you know, complete that look. These things get in the way, but, you know, yeah. Really like it. Really, really like it. In terms of size, a bombshell. There he is next to a Legend Class Transformer. And here he is next to Combiner War Standard Deluxe. So he's about a head shorter than a Deluxe. He costs just a little bit more than the actual Deluxe price, but it is, you know, obviously a limited edition third party figure run, and he does have a lot more paint and a lot more articulation than a standard Deluxe. Yeah, it comes with a card with some stats on the back. That's strength 10, and that's the first time I've seen a Bumblebee with a strength 10. That's amazing. It's a big, nice plastic stock on there. Trust the plastic on this more than I trust the plastic on the figure. I think I am being a bit too harsh on the plastic, but I just want to make sure that you're aware. I mean, like I was going to say, guys, this, if he was the standard third party price, I'd be a little bit on the quality of the plastic side and stuff like that. I'd be a little bit worried. I'd be a little bit, I think they're taking the piss a little bit here. But as he is on the cheaper side of that, he's, you know, for this size, I don't think I've ever seen a third party cost for as little as what he did at this size. He's pretty much, you know, extremely value for money. You get an extremely well concept and designed and figured out and painted figure for what he costs. Whether ultimately that fits in with, you know, your scheme of things. He's not legend size, he's not masterpiece size. He is kind of, I suppose, chugster piece really, which fits in with the MNC. I've never had any of the MMC Hearts of Steel guys. They fit the chugster piece type of scale. I mean, he could hang around with all your IDW bots, no problem. Just be that little, hey, I got that guy from the Hearts of Steel comic. Brilliant. Anyway, that's why it's this week's Transformer of the Week. Join me next week with more Transformers and more weeks. Until then, why don't you be excellent to each other? Party on, dudes. And because, you know, you deserve it, bestow, choo-choo, Fisto!